Hi there, OCW wrestling fans, and welcome to another episode of OCW InterAction. I am your host, Adam Keaton. As you can see, Crip Rick has earned a well-deserved night off, so I'm going to be flying solo on this one. We're going to be talking about OCW March Mania. We're going to run down all the results of what happened and some of the interesting events that occurred therein. But more on that in a minute. First, OCW fans, we want to start this show off with a bang. So we're going to be talking about a blockbuster announcement from Ontario Championship Wrestling. OCW and its All-Stars are going to be making their first ever double shot Friday, April the 20th, and Friday, April the 21st from Kingston, Ontario, and Deseronto, Ontario. Deseronto, get ready. The OCW All-Stars are coming your way. It's going to be a double shot. The show is called Double Jeopardy Weekend on the Friday in our hometown of Kingston at the 824 John Counter Lions Club. At Deseronto, it's going to be at the Deseronto Community Rec Center. It's going to be a fantastic show. You're going to want to check out ocwrestling.ca for all the information below, and you're going to be hearing a lot more about those events in the coming weeks as we get closer to those dates. Folks, you're not going to want to miss this one. It's going to be a huge blockbuster announcement. Of course, we're going to be talking about it as we go on here, but first we're going to run down the card for OCW March Mania, the winners, the losers, and of course, the controversies. So we're going to have that for you momentarily. In the meantime, stay tuned and we'll be right back.
Looking for chicken wings that'll knock you to the mat? Then check out Ding-a-Ling's Chicken Wings, a proud sponsor of Ontario Championship Wrestling and their events. Ding-a-Ling's Chicken Wings provides OCW and Kingston with award-winning wings, awesome side dishes, and combos you can't beat. Check them out on Princess Street or give them a call. Ding-a-Ling's Chicken Wings, wings worth fighting for.
Welcome back, OCW fans. Thank you for joining us once again here on OCW InterAction. Now, there's no doubt in anybody's minds that OCW March Mania was one of the biggest shows of the year, not just for OCW, but for any wrestling company out there. And what a night it was, filled with lots of action, some interesting matches, and a lot of controversy. And we're going to get to that in a few minutes here. But folks, let's first of all run down the card, so if you were unfortunate enough to miss it, here's what you ended up missing. In our opening contest, Cecil Nix returned to defeat the popular masked superstar Shocker. Now, Cecil Nix was there to confront Taylor and Jimmy Cash, but as we all know, they weren't there. Pretty convenient. Hangman and the temporary partner of D-Man defeated the new popular tandem of Buck and Huss. Hangman took quite a beating and even had to get several stitches in the back of his head after an accidental gash. Caused him a lot of pain, but he was still able to fight through and prove that no matter who he's paired with, the Hangman is a force to be reckoned with. My Uncle Jesse Jones successfully defended the OCW TV Championship against Ray Steele, the fresh-faced newcomer. And Jody DeMilo was able to successfully defend the OCW Women's title against Caitlin Diamond. Ever-popular Original Hebert was able to defeat newcomer and rookie sensation Jeff Fury, and Chaz Lovely successfully defended his OCW Cruiserweight Championship against Big Shug Sean McMillan. Interesting developments in that match, as at the end of the contest, Shocker and Ray Steele came out with chairs and attacked both men. They then went on a rant to describe how they were going to make an impact and that anyone who got in their way was on notice. Obviously, the champion was a little upset at this, and we will have footage from both Chaz Lovely and his attackers, Shocker and Ray Steele, in the coming weeks here on InterAction. Quan Chang, the Asian Nightmare, made his return to OCW and took on one heck of a challenge in Dave Titan. Although the Muscle Man put up quite a fight, Chang was able to overcome him and easily pick up this victory. Which brings us to the main event. Now, there's a lot to be said about this event, and I'm going to discuss that in great detail after this break. So you're not going to want to miss a little dose of the truth after this.
Buck Gunderson! The Buck and Huss Express is on the move right now, and we're coming to Toronto. And when we come, we're gonna smash, we're gonna destroy, because Toronto is almost as wild as we are. Well, almost as wild as I am, but you're getting there, Buck. And under my tutelage, you're gonna be just as much of a maniac as Damien the Barbarian.
Damien, we came up short tonight, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna take the blame. And I know you're disappointed. I disappointed you. I disappointed the fans. I disappointed everybody here in OCW. And I know I don't have the beard, but you know what? Toronto is gonna be a new beginning. A new beard, a new Buck, and Huss. We're coming to Toronto. Believe it.
Buck and Huss are coming to Toronto. He's gonna have more of a beard. He's gonna be wild. I'm gonna be the Barbarian, and we're gonna go crazy. Huss! Huss!
Let's talk about the main event for March Mania. It was supposed to be Catalyst defending the OCW Championship against the #1 contender, Adam Keaton. But before the match even started, things changed. CJ Felony came out and demanded that he be added to the match so that he could get his rematch clause taken care of. The guy disappears for a month and then just strolls in and demands a rematch. But the kicker was that Miss Cress was announced as the new co-GM of OCW, and she made a call to change the title match main event into a tag team contest for the #1 contendership. A #1 contendership that I had already earned by beating Jason Cage and Harley Davidson. And on top of that, she teamed up me and Harley Davidson to face Total Devastation, CJ Felony and Catalyst. And get this, the winner would be the new #1 contender, or in Catalyst's case, choose the new #1 contender. Now, I'm not a whiner, but even you can see that that's unfair. And I simply chose to express this displeasure by giving Miss Cress a little shove. Suddenly, that made me the bad guy. Well, match time comes, and I have Catalyst beat. I had him covered for the 3 count after hitting the happy ending. And what happened? Harley Davidson decided he wanted to go wage a personal war against my Uncle Jesse, distracting the ref and robbing me of my shot. So I got screwed by Miss Cress and by Harley Davidson. Then, when the match was over, I decided to take matters into my own hands. I kicked Harley Davidson's knee, and he went down. And nothing in my life has ever felt so good. Consider it payback, Harley, for screwing me out of the championship. And as for Miss Cress, well, my Uncle Jesse finally showed me what kind of people I was associating myself with. So I took my destiny into my own hand. Grabbed that bimbo by her hair and tried to show her what happens when you mess with Adam Keaton. And who should come to her rescue but CJ Felony. Felony, where do you get off? Since the beginning of this company, you have been the biggest thorn in the side of all the OCW faithful and of fan favorites such as myself. But suddenly, you come to the defense of one undeserving woman, and suddenly you're a hero? You're the good guy now? Just because I was going to hit someone of the opposite gender. and you fans, you sat there and you booed me? When you yourselves go home and hit your wives and your girlfriends, don't sit there and act like you don't. I know what kind of town Kingston is. So you can take your hypocrisy and stick it where the sun don't shine. And that brings us to Catalyst. You spineless, yellow-bellied coward. How dare you walk around with the OCW Unified Championship strapped to your waist when you had to trick the champion to win the belt and rely on your teacher and a woman to protect you? Did you beg? Did you get down on your knees and beg Harley Davidson for protection from me? Or maybe, Miss Cress, was it you? Because I don't look like a superstar like Catalyst? Or was it you, Harley? Did you whisper some sweet nothings in the ear of your little girlfriend to make sure that your boy, your favorite student, kept his belt? Well, it doesn't matter. Because despite it all, I still get my shot. On Friday, April the 20th, I get my match with Catalyst. Oh yeah, and I forgot, CJ Felony is the special guest referee. Now how fair is that? It isn't. Not one bit. But don't you worry. There is a reason I used to be known as the smartest man in professional wrestling. And on April 20th, nothing will stand in the way of me fulfilling my destiny and becoming OCW Unified Champion. Not Miss Cress, not Harley Davidson, not CJ Felony, and especially not you, Catalyst. And then, the next night, on April 21st in Deserano, it's war. My team versus your team, Catalyst. Round up all your little friends, all your little bodyguards. Because me and my Uncle Jesse are going to put together a team that will put you to shame. Whether you bring in my Uncle Jesse's opponent on the 20th, Harley Davidson, whether you bring in that turncoat CJ Felony, it's not going to matter. At the end of that weekend, you're going to learn that there's nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, and no more Mr. Nice Guy.